Here we go. Christian, take a seat, Christian. No, not that's mine, mate. Right, how are you doing?
Good, thanks,
Yeah? We need to take your blood pressure, apparently.
Okay.
Because I haven't done that for a while.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So if you pop your coat off.
Okay.
Have you got any complaints or worries or anything, or is life really good?
Yeah, I was going to ask about the medication. I don't know if you've got to change it or not. Now the results from the hospital.
Let's have a look. Yeah. I think the person that would change it would be your psychiatrist.
Okay. I haven't seen them for a while.
Yeah, you need to see them. So Christian, I've known for many years, and he has been suffering from a type of psychosis with features of paranoia. If you look at mental health issues, you can divide them into psychosis or neurosis. Psychosis being things like schizophrenia, where the person involved doesn't realise that they have their own mental health issues. A neurosis, like depression or anxiety, generally occurs to somebody and they realise they have their own mental health issues rather than the rest of the population. Are you still going to the gym?
I haven't been for a while. I need to start getting back.
Yeah. What are you doing with your days now?
Being lazy.
Being lazy? Okay. Run me through a typical day for you, Christian.
During the week I go to see my mum and help her out.
Yeah.
Or I just sit down and play computer.
Okay, what are you doing on the computer?
Play games.
Play games, yeah. What's your favourite game?
Mortal Kombat, FIFA.
Yeah?
Like those kind of games, yeah. Or sometimes go to cinema, maybe.
Yeah, okay,
Go to
yeah.
cinema.
You're not seeing any horror films anymore, are you?
I don't really. I've cut down on them now.
Good.
Quite a lot. Yeah. They're no good, are they, really?
They're not good for you.
Yeah.
I think you've got enough problems looking after yourself without them compounding things. You went through a really bad time at that stage.
Yeah.
So you're still living in your own place, though?
In Langley, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about alcohol? Do you drink much or not?
I've cut down a holiday drink,
Yeah. So what? Every day?
Even fizzy drink I've cut down.
Really? Good.
There's much sugar in that, isn't it? Make you get fat.
It does, particularly if you're not going to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think just to clarify things, so stay on the medication. We're not going to change it, okay? But we will need to do regular blood tests.
Every 3 months.
Will you be able to come back every 3 months to have that done?
That's fine,
Yeah? Christian is on a medication called olanzapine, and he has been on it since as long as I've known him. We do a regular mental health check on everybody with mental health issues, including all blood tests as well. Some of the antipsychotics, for instance, may have a tendency to cause diabetes, for instance. So we'll be doing a regular yearly check to make sure that that hasn't occurred. So we'll do that, and I'll keep an eye on those tests just to make sure that there's no... And if there's any problem, if I think things are worsening, then I'll call you back in, OK? Stay on the medication as it is, OK? The things you've got to do now are join the gym, really important, because I think that helps everybody. OK? Yeah. Exercise is really good. And also it stimulates you a little bit. You don't want to be stuck in the house all day. So stay on that. Blood test for you to organise, OK? Gym for you to organise.
Okay. Get straight on it.
Good on you. OK, mate.
Take care.
OK, you take care.
You too. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. And if you're worried that anything's worsening in any way, then give us a call and come back in, yeah?
Okay. Thank you.
Good on you. See you, Christian.
Okay. Thank you.
See you, mate. Bye-bye.
How are you?
Not good, doctor. I keep feeling terribly sick, nauseous, and then I get a cold sweat, and then I've got a terrible pain across the top of my eye here, just on the one side. The pain don't go away. I've tried every tablet, and it's even to touch it, it's sensitive.
Okay. So when did this start?
I've had it for a couple of weeks now. It's continuously coming and going.
And how would you describe the pain?
It's like a toothache in my head. If you touch it even there, it's so sensitive.
Yes, so it's the pain that you can make worse by touching it.
Just by touching it.
Right, may I check your blood pressure, please?
Yes. Do you know what it is, doctor?
Well, I think it's a migraine.
Oh, sugar, I've never had them before.
Is there anything else going on in your life that you...
I'm just down all the time, constantly. And I'm going today to, would you call the people the psychologists?
Yes. Are you worrying about that?
It seems strange, do you know? I don't know.
What's your biggest fear?
I just feel that it makes me inadequate if I'm attending something like that. Do you know what I mean? I feel a bit worthless and a bit silly.
OK, we could look at it a different way round, though, couldn't we? Think about your body a bit like a car that has to be serviced, it's got to be looked after, it's going to go wrong from time to time.
Yeah, true.
So you take it to the garage.
Yeah.
And the garage has a look, has to do some tests. And then they'll come and tell you, they say, well, look, actually, there's nothing really seriously wrong, it's just a little bit of a loose this, that or the other. Or they might say, unfortunately, there's lots wrong and you're going to need to buy a new engine or whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine the rest of the body behaving normally if up here is in a turmoil.
Yeah, I feel low and down sometimes, and I think...
Yes.
Well...
And I think that that's one of the reasons we thought you might want to try an antidepressant.
Yeah.
Stress and depression are the bread and butter of our work. Very common indeed. And stress can be very important in many different illnesses. If I'm looking at a condition that somebody has, I might say, yes, this is the physical condition that they have, but what about the psychological element that could be making it worse?
You know, this headache, this migraine, if you like, it's the way your body is showing that it's under stress. But what we've got to try and address is what's causing it in the first
underlying
place.
thing, yeah. It's just been everything.
Just keep talking to yourself and say, look, I haven't got anything to worry about at the moment because we don't know the facts.
Yeah.
So put that bit of anxiety in an envelope
Seal it up.
and seal it up, OK? And concentrate on what is working well. I can do this, I can do that.
I mean, I feel quite fit, do you know what I
Yes,
mean? And I
yes.
think, well, I'm going to be 69 this year and I still feel quite good, do you know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
Keep
and I
on
think
with that.
Whatever I'm doing quite right.
And try to just sort of enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
Try to wallow in the good things in life.
I've got to try and fill every day with something that's going to be beneficial to me, even just going for a walk.
You've got to do things that are going to make you happy and that you enjoy.
Yeah. Not a bar of chocolate.
Yes, what a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, can you keep still and let me do your blood pressure, do you think? Oh, yes, I mean, this is definitely stress, isn't it? Right. These little tablets you take for the sick feeling, right?
Yeah.
And I'm proposing we give you the slightly stronger cocodamol to take, right? I hope you feel a bit better sooner, and I hope it's helped to have a little chat about things.
Yeah, Jan, I'll make an appointment next week to see if these have helped me as well.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
OK, bye.
Who have you brought with you?
My old dear.
All right.
Lovely way to be.
Yeah. Hiya.
Hello.
So what's been going on then?
I just don't feel like myself. I feel like doing some stupid things.
Stupid things?
I feel depressed, sort of thing. Like, I don't feel normal. And it's been affecting everyone in the house. And yeah, I just need help, basically.
Yeah, I'm sure. Tell me a little bit more.
Okay, so I don't know what to say. Like,
It's been going on since you were 15, really, hasn't it?
yeah.
Okay.
Especially with the anger issues.
Yeah. So has anything changed? Has anything brought you down?
I feel like in my house, I'm just not wanted by anyone. I'm just on my own, sort of thing. Like, everyone's against me. I try to control my anger, as Mum said about like getting some wood and about gardening, get some nails, and just every time you get angry, you just beat up the wood with some nails.
Yeah.
But that didn't even work because I get too angry and I black out, and then I just ended up punching it with my fists.
I'm sorry to hear all of this.
I just think about things over and over again.
What sorts of things do you think about?
Mum like don't love me, my dad, sisters.
Are they the people that are at home with you? Who's at home? Yes, you're living at home at the moment.
Yeah.
And are those thoughts about feeling low, are they there all the time, or are they just there at certain points?
It's been there. It's there. Like, I do feel low. Something happened yesterday, and it's just completely like I didn't want to be here yesterday. I wanted to kill myself yesterday.
Right.
I didn't like.
What happened yesterday?
Right, just explain it.
It's not for me to explain.
Do you get a lot of stress and anxiety?
Yeah.
What sorts of things set that off?
Just school, life. How do you feel about that?
Just down, just always want to be alone.
Would you like some help?
I'd like to say yeah, but a part of me said no.
Come on in, come and take a seat. Right. What's on your mind?
I'm really stressed out and I get anxiety a lot because sometimes I just feel like life is always going against me and that everything is going wrong and that I feel powerless because I can't change anything.
Mm. What year are you in?
7.
Year 7. And everything okay in your sort of friendship groups and things like that?
Yeah, friendship group's pretty good. It's just my home life, which is kind of, like, weird, I guess. Because I live with my mum and my stepdad and my sister and my autistic little brother, Dexter.
And how do you find him?
He's really nice, but he's quite hard to cope with sometimes because he's so high demanding.
Okay.
And I worry for, like, my mum and other people. And sometimes I feel like with their stress, they sort of don't mean to, but they bring it into the house. And there's people snap at each other.
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of things going on at home.
Yeah. Really a lot, yeah.
And you've had quite a lot to deal with, haven't you? Because there have been health issues in the family, which is adding to all of this. And that's what I think we need to also explore, is how your response to all of these other issues that have been going on. In terms of when you say that you feel a bit low or a bit anxious, have you self-harmed in any way at all or anything like that?
No. But when I'm really, really upset and feel like I have no one to turn to, I think it's more the thought of disappearing and not being there rather than actually killing myself.
And what's been really great is the way you've told me your symptoms. You're actually very clear in how you're feeling, what you need help with, and what we're all here to do is help support you. So counselling at school would be really helpful because that's somebody who sees you regularly in your environment, you know, on a regular basis. I can see if we can get back into having a few sessions via CAMS, but it's getting increasingly hard to get referrals in. But leave that with me. You might find it helpful to just keep a diary, a journal, and just write down your thoughts. What's made you happy? What's made you sad? And what can you do about it? It just helps to clear the thoughts a bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'd like to see you back in a couple of weeks and see how that diary's going and how you're feeling.
That's cool. Thank you.
Good. Nice to see you, Archie.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye for now.
Okay.
I thought that went good.
She's so lovely.
I know.
What happened yesterday?
Yesterday, we had a major row.
I'm sorry that it's upsetting. Would you like a tissue?
Yeah, that's...
So, sometimes these things are really difficult to talk about, aren't they?
Yeah.
What, can you tell me more about what happened yesterday? You said that you didn't want to be here and that you were even thinking about harming or killing yourself.
Yeah, it's just that I tried talking to people and like people just shout at me and then again anger comes out. And I don't like being angry.
Let's just start at the beginning in terms of the things to be worried about. You mentioned that you were feeling really bad yesterday and you got to a stage of worrying about whether you wanted to harm yourself. You said even kill yourself.
Yeah.
Are they thoughts that you've been having that we need to take seriously, or was that just something that happened yesterday and it's, you know, tell me more about that side of things.
Well, I've tried it before.
You've tried it before?
I've tried overdosing, but obviously I've took so many and I've just eventually got drowsy and just dozed off.
Right.
So I just fell asleep, so I couldn't, like...
When was that?
Oh, it was a couple of months, like a year ago, 2 years ago. Something like that, yeah.
But you didn't talk to anybody about that?
It's the first time I spoke to someone about everything.
And then, do you think that is that at risk of happening again?
If I get too low, then yeah.
If you got to that stage and you were making plans or you were actively wanting to die, then that becomes an emergency that you need to talk to the crisis team for, and there's a special number that you can talk to get hold of the emergency mental health team.
OK.
I'm right in thinking that that's not what's needed now, though?
It's not got that far.
No.
Like, it's not got to the point where I'm like...
Sure. Suicide is the biggest killer of people under the age of 35, and men are 3 times more likely to kill themselves. I think for all of us, it's a normal part of being a human being to wonder what we're doing here and to have existentialist ideas that mean that sometimes we wish we weren't. Of course, sometimes those feelings can spill over into being more serious suicidal thoughts. And if they do occur and are more deep-seated and pervasive, then it's really important that people go and see their doctor to start the ball rolling to get the support that they need. The crisis team, as I say, is the first number that I'm going to give you, and that's for if you get to a stage where you get that bad again. And there's also the Samaritans. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, I have.
They're a professional talking service. They're for people who are feeling so alone that they need to talk to somebody, and that's what they're there for, 24 hours a day. Okay, so there's always options of people to talk to.
Yeah.
And as long as you're able to do that, then that is going to make me feel safe about letting you go home at this point. Okay. Is that okay from that emergency side of things? I'm going to give you some information about some counselling services that includes anger management courses and some CBT, which is about looking at new ways of thinking to try and help you move forwards with some of these issues. The most important thing is if you're feeling worried or you feel like you're not being safe, then please do something about it and talk to your mum about it, because obviously she's heard all this stuff and is going to be there to support you with this, and we'll move things forward step by step, all right?
Yeah, that's it.
Cheers, then.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you. OK, nice to see you.
Take care.
All right, any problems, you just let us know.
Okay, so how you doing?
Levels are still a bit everywhere.
Right, because we have you had bloods done or not?
No,
Here.
not recently.
No, the last one we've got is horrible, but it's a long time out of date. You're due some more, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, they are everywhere, aren't they? So they're all, there's loads of 20s, yeah? There's no lows that I can see there. Are you having any hypos?
I had one just before I come.
Today?
Yeah.
Right. Are these any better than they've been?
Yeah, it's just everywhere still.
Okay. You know that I need the diabetic specialist to have a look at you for this, yeah?
Yeah.
And we need them to see you sooner rather than later, don't we? Tell me how much insulin you take.
Well, I take 11 minutes in the morning, and then I have like between 18 or 24 or 26 of the Humalog with the 11 in the morning.
And then at lunch?
It's about 24, 28. I put it up to 28 lately.
And what about your evening meal? Is that your big meal of the day?
Yeah, if I have that, I take about 30 of that.
Are you not eating regularly?
No, I've gone off my food for about 3 months now.
Do you know why?
I'm suffering from depression as well.
Mm. What are they doing about your depression?
I'm on 40 mg of citalopram at the minute.
Have you had any talking therapy?
Not yet.
Would you like to? Is there anything going on that you need to talk?
No, I'm just not motivated to do anything. I don't know what's like, in particular.
So there's nothing particularly worrying you? Would you like to talk to anyone about the diabetes? Because that can be tough living with a long-term illness, can't it?
Not really, I'm just fed up of it being high, but I guess everyone gets fed up.
Some people find the confines and the complications of something like diabetes very difficult to deal with. It's a lifelong diagnosis and it affects nearly every aspect of your life. Having a chronic condition makes you depressed, and being depressed makes managing a chronic condition much more difficult, and the two are very definitely linked.
I'm going to send you back to the diabetic clinic. Yeah. There's blood tests on the system. Will you book them for me, yeah?
Yeah.
Here, yeah. In fact, let's get you a blood test now, and then I can send you back to them when I've got the new results, yeah? If you change your mind about talking to someone, if you change your mind about talking to anyone around the diabetes, you get a message to me?
I will do.
Are you seeing anyone again about the citalopram?
Not that I know of.
What about hurting yourself?
No. I had a hypo fit at the end of March.
Sarah had several admissions which have been directly related to her uncontrolled diabetes. Hypo is when your blood sugar drops. So if you think about when you feel really hungry, that horrible empty feeling, but magnify it so people feel trembly, shaky, sweaty, often become confused. In its most extreme forms, hypoglycemia will lead to coma and, if untreated, to death.
I don't have the intention to hurt myself, but if something like that happens, so just let it take its course, basically.
That sounds horrible. You've been diabetic long enough to know that if you're not looking after yourself properly, then you are at risk of hurting yourself, aren't you?
Not feeling new to eat, but I'm forcing myself to eat now.
Not taking control of diabetes, not managing your diet, It's self-harm by neglect. So diabetics who are struggling with motivation will often say that they wouldn't deliberately do anything to hurt themselves, but sometimes they really just can't be bothered, and they're aware that that will then have an impact on their health.
What should we do next? What could we do next to help with that? Why not talk to someone?
Not really anything to talk about except for fed up.
You think it's tied into diabetes? Might be an element of chicken and egg, mightn't there? You're feeling rubbish, so it's hard for you to keep on top of your diabetes. Your diabetes is rubbish, so that makes you feel depressed. Will you come back and see me after those blood tests? And will you stay on the citalopram until then? And if you change your mind about talking to someone, will you let me know? You don't have to wait for the appointment to do that.
Okay. Just phone up and say, can I make an appointment with Dr. Boulder?
You just phone up and say, I'd like Dr. Boulder to give me a ring. And we crack on and we get the diabetic people to see you and try and bring your sugar down. Does that sound like a reasonable plan? I will expect to see you in a couple of weeks, yeah?
Yeah, that's easy.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, Doctor.
It's okay, Leslie. Come on in. Sorry, I'm running late. So, last time I spoke to you, I got you in to see Dr. Javed because you said your chest was worse, yeah?
What did they say you've got? What's your diagnosis?
Avian lung disease.
Hypersensitive to birds.
Well, they told me to get rid of my birds because I had about maybe 500, 600 different types of birds, which I can understand was giving me this problem.
They think that you've reacted to the birds and they think that there's damage in...
Well, the blood tests show that he reacted to the birds. I've seen it on the screen.
exactly.
He
So-
keeps saying it's not the birds, but...
What I mean is that they think there's some damage to your lungs because of
Birds.
the exposure to the birds, yeah? Okay? So, we need some advice from the chest physicians about how we move it forward. That's the one that we can't get you an appointment. So twice we've got them to rearrange it and twice they've cancelled it. I can keep chasing.
I told him that the doctor can only do what she can do.
Yeah. So what I can do is escalate it. And we've escalated it from this man's appointment was cancelled because of the doctor's strike and you haven't booked it, please book one. Right the way through to an urgent referral being faxed.
Yeah. One of my main concerns at the moment is
Mood.
his depression. This man is getting more and more depressed every day. He's been my friend for a long, long time, over 13 years. He talks suicide, he talks all sorts of things, and I'm just so frustrated to see somebody deteriorate so much in 6 months. It's soul destroying.
What am I going to do? I mean,
It's two things. Yeah, there's the depression because you're feeling so ill, and there's the fact that you're on a high dose of steroids, which will make you depressed. And every time we try and reduce your steroids,
they put it on.
your chest flares up. If I could stop your steroids, that's what I'd do. But every time you try and drop them, you really struggle, don't you?
Thank you.
We've spoken before about the fact that they won't constantly do scans and x-rays, but what they need to be doing is deciding what they need to do.
Yeah.
What I want them to do
Just check. Look.
is tell me about your medication, yeah? Because I think that if we could change the sorts of steroids you're on or reduce the amount of steroids you're on, then I think that a lot of the other symptoms would improve.
But the trouble is, one of your biggest things is you do just need to. I know it's very hard, but you need to just relax about what's going on around you medically.
It's very hard
because
when you're on your
but everybody's doing the best that they can do.
Well, you know that, don't you?
It's very hard on your own because your head you start thinking the worst all the time. Your head, I seem to think the worst.
Well, that's been one of
down.
what they think you have would account for your symptoms. We're just really struggling to control them at the moment. From the point of view of chasing the chest physician, I will do it again.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
And I'll see you then.
No,
No, it's fine. It was nice to meet you, Pam.
I mean, he just gets very frustrated, and I know he's got all these things, but a lot of his things are exacerbated by anxiety. I know they are. Bye, nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
How are you?
I can't take this anxiety anymore.
Go on.
Just this constant feeling of doom and just My chest feels really tight. And those pills, I was hoping that they would help, but...
What's made things so bad?
There's nothing that's triggered it, it's just... I don't know. It's horrible because I'm constantly feeling like jittery and when you asked before if I had suicidal thoughts and stuff, I said no because I didn't want anyone to think that I'm some nutcase, you know.
Mm.
But I used to self-harm and stuff. Yeah.
Have you done anything recently?
No, I haven't done anything in a while.
So what sort of thoughts are you getting?
Just... I just feel like if I wasn't here alive, things would just go on smoothly and there would be no problems.
Don't feel so hard on yourself. You've done a great thing by looking after your mum. You are doing a great thing. And what about in terms of supporting you and with everything you have to do?
There's nothing I can say or pinpoint that says, okay, that's what's causing my anxiety or, you know.
It's just everything.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So you're going through a bit of a tough time, but it will get better. If you want it to. You want it to get better?
Well, of course I do.
Okay.
But
so you don't think talking to anyone will help, so I take it you didn't call talking therapies? Okay. So what we're going to do about your medication?
I don't know.
Sometimes there's another medication that we can use, which doesn't really help with what's going on up here in your brain, in your head, but can help with the physical effects, so that actually just calms things down a little bit so you don't feel so heightened anymore. And we can actually give it in conjunction with the fluoxetine. Do you want to give that a go?
Yeah, I'm willing to try anything at this point.
Will you come back and see me in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't seen you in a long time. You've not touched base. I'm going to ask you again. Got any plans to do anything silly?
No.
Okay. Do you need some more fluoxetine?
No, I'm fine with that.
So I'm going to ask you to take 3 every day, and then I've updated your records for the next time that you ask for one.
Okay.
You can have some more, okay? I want to see you back in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So don't worry. We're going to be all right. You're going to get through this. And you're going to start feeling better soon.
I've heard that so many times.
Okay, let me rephrase that. If you want to get better and you want to start feeling better, then you will. It's just going to take a bit of time. Okay? So keep talking to me.
Okay.
No more going off. All right?
No, thank you very much.
Take care. Antidepressants work for some people and don't work for others. Given the right support, given the right psychotherapy and positive enforcement and encouragement, people can recover.
Come and take a seat.
Thank you very much.
How can I help?
I kind of want to cut down on the citalopram because I feel so spaced out. Basically, I came off my tablets because I ran out and I just split them in half so they would last until I had my appointment.
Okay.
And for the last day or two, I didn't have any left. And I get like a vertigo thing and it's horrible.
Yes.
And now I'm like, I have to come off these things because it's shown me how like dependent I've become on them.
Okay, maybe we should tackle the anxiety in a different way.
Yeah.
We could lower the dose because when you say this sort of spaced out feeling, it can take the edge off things a bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's what it's like. It was good when it when I needed it.
Yes.
But now, you know, I've changed jobs. I'm nowhere near stressed out as I
Good.
was before.
Good. Good.
And I feel like a lot calmer and I feel more in control of my anxiety as well now.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So one option is that we reduce it, and in the background, I don't know if you managed to get any counselling or access what we call Bristol Wellbeing Therapies. You can self-refer.
Okay.
And longer term, because you're only, 27, you'll find that the anxiety at times is fine, and it might just be fine because you've changed jobs.
Yeah.
Or maybe doing a little bit of work on it, so...
I think that'd be really good because it's like, at the end of the day, even though I'm feeling better, I still have this constant worry that I'm going to flip back.
So
and it's not like it's a background thing that is always there.
Yeah.
Like, every minute of every day.
So that's not very nice, is
It's
it,
horrible.
really? So actually, if we could make that better for you and have sort of strategies in place so that it's tackled well.
Yeah.
Because I can see you're getting emotional about it,
Yeah.
you know, and longer term, that would serve you really well.
It's just scary to think that it might be like this forever.
Yeah, you won't. Once you're armed with certain things to help you, it will serve you well all your life. What dose are you taking at the moment?
40.
Then so what I'm thinking is that we reduce it to 30 milligrams for a couple of weeks, and then reduce it to 20.
Yeah.
And things okay at home? Things okay with your relationship?
Yeah, really good.
Because you've been together for how long? Remind me.
Like 3.5 years.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, we've moved in together.
Okay, good.
And he's bought me a cat.
Right. Okay. That's therapeutic as well. You know.
Honestly, it's worked a dream.
Well, that's fantastic.
It's so calming.
You might have to have some in the waiting room.
Yeah.
So have a look at this. Okay, Harriet.
Thank you very much.
And I'll touch base with you within 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
That's all right. Good.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Take
Thanks,
care. Glad the job's
bye.
better.
Oh, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Patrick. Come and have a seat. How are you?
Not great.
So it's been a while since I saw you.
I'm really feeling down. I'm feeling
Yeah.
really suicidal. It scares me at the moment.
So I had a letter from A&E from a couple of weeks ago. What happened?
I ended up going to St George's, which I got an initial assessment, and I waited for about 4 hours and basically discharged with 2 leaflets. Nothing.
When anyone ever comes in and tells us about them feeling low or feeling down, it's really important to explore with them exactly how extensive those dark thoughts are. Are they just something that they've had a fleeting thought that would be a lot easier if you weren't alive? Or actually, is it more planned than that? Have they really thought through what they may do, and what steps have they taken to try that? So had you done anything to actually hurt yourself, or was it just the kind of number of thoughts of it?
What happened is I started drinking and I knew that was dangerous, so I stopped drinking when I phoned, and it was the thoughts that where it would lead.
And how much are you drinking at the moment?
I'm sort of drinking every other day, and when I'm drinking it's probably about 6 cans of cider or 2 bottles of wine, that sort of drinking.
So that's kind of crept up quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, from not drinking at all and slowly coming back to it, I mean, that's what scares me. If I'm depressed and I'm anxiety, if I put alcohol on top of it, it's dangerous. It's really dangerous. Starting drinking again is a warning sign that, and it distorts everything, and then it brings in the depression and the anxiety, and then I don't know which is which. I don't know if it's alcohol related or am I using alcohol to solve it, but it's dangerous.
It goes hand in hand often, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So the drug and alcohol service, what help are they giving you at the moment, or what contact have you got with them?
I'm going to see them for an assessment. It's a drop-in, and they like you to turn up at least 3 times a week.
And how motivated do you feel about that at the moment?
I really have to do that.
Good.
Because, see, I'm isolated. I'm in my bedsit. I'm feeling sorry for myself. I'm getting depressed. And it's dangerous.
Okay.
sometimes I just feel like, oh, what's the point?
Mhm.
It's just a game. But as you say, there's not a lot you can do right now.
Yeah.
It's a slow process.
But it sounds like it's moving in the right direction in terms of the things that you're doing.
Yeah, and the medication I'm not even too sure, but I mean, medication doesn't work with alcohol, so...
No. So how much, you're having 150 at the moment, is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And you're still having it every day, or?
I'm still having it. But alcohol just neutralises it or something. I don't know what it does, but...
Yeah, so alcohol's a depressant, isn't it? So it kind of switch. I mean, there's no point in having an antidepressant
Yeah, when you've got a
if you're going to take a depressant as well. Yeah. So we know that you've got a lot of insight into things, don't you? You kind of know how things go. You've done this merry-go-round.
Yeah, the counselling, it seems to be going okay. It's something I've been looking for over a year.
Yeah.
And I finally got it, and if I finally got it, for Christ's sake, tell her what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I tend to tell people what I wish was going on. I convince people I'm actually okay.
Yeah.
This other woman from Once With Mine, she's really helpful. She contacts me about once a week.
Okay, so that's extra support there.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. And
Good.
she's the one encouraging me, do this, and it's like somebody giving you a checklist, and it's so helpful, because you just do it.
Good.
Yeah.
Do as you're told.
Yeah.
All right, it's nice to see you, Patrick.
Okay, so that's everything. Okay.
Later.
And then-
Okay.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, right, not bad, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I had my first CBT appointment for 8 months, I think, last week. So just sort of tweaked a few things that I was doing.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try and go to bed at 11 every night and cut out all alcohol, which I've been doing last week.
Mark has suffered with anxiety and depression since about 2012, 2013. He'd previously presented to his GP initially with just tiredness, but then he developed more depressive symptoms and was diagnosed with depression.
Also, I've been keeping like a sleep diary and activity diary. And, like a food and exercise journal as well. And just noting on it when I feel tired and how I feel, what thoughts are running through my head and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Feeling a little bit better, but sort of mood sort of up and down still, which seems to be, I don't know, I thought I'd sort of, that had improved before, but it seems to still be sort of getting the sort of bit down and sort of suicidal thoughts and things.
How are you managing with the suicidal thoughts? What thoughts are going through your head?
Yeah, just feeling quite down and a bit dejected, I suppose, and just, just thoughts about ending it all and how I do it. But, I suppose they're quite occasional still. They're not like regular, but they're still quite sort of, it can last for an hour or two, sort of thing. I'm quite down and not really want to do anything.
Yeah, and that happens a couple of times a week? Or?
Yeah, it's not like regular. It's probably every other day, every few days, maybe something like that.
And what do you think about what you would do, or what your options are?
Yeah, that sometimes. Yeah.
And what have you thought your options are?
Just sort of running away or stabbing myself or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I will panic.
You're worried if you don't know.
And I'm worried and I panic and then I get depressed because I don't know what's going on.
Like if I'm asleep, I quite often wake myself up thinking that I'm kind of choking a little bit.
You're not actually, when you wake up, you're okay.
It's fine, but it's kind of like a panicky kind of thing.
I was going to say, it sounds a bit like a panic attack.
I think you put a bit of weight on since I last saw you, haven't you? Yeah, you used to be a skinny chap.
I did. Well, it's all to do with my inactivity and
Oh dear.
depression.
Oh dear, I'm sorry to hear that.
I've had a lot of stress over the last couple of weeks because it's the end of our financial year and we've all been scrabbling to try and do our numbers.
Yeah.
I think you're unwell at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
and I do genuinely think that you will get better.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I do have that hope.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that you are ill, and, you know, I think we are getting you on the right track, and I think all credit to you because you put so much effort into getting better.
Yeah, thank you.
As well, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that you will have a fulfilling life again.
Yeah.
Mark is definitely someone who is doing his utmost to help himself, and when patients are really trying to help themselves, it does make our job much more easier, and they tend to respond better as well. Unfortunately, part of the problem with depression is that you sometimes lack that motivation and that drive. Are you still seeing the psychiatrist?
Yes, but I haven't seen him for about a month.
Okay, so there's that to do. I know we've got to sort your medication.
I just need some more. But I don't know if I need a higher dosage on the sertraline.
You know, in terms of safety, in terms of those suicidal thoughts, like if they get more common or you're taking them that bit further, then please let me know, let anyone here know.
Okay.
Go to A&E, because that's part of the illness, okay? And we wouldn't want you to do anything when you're not, you know, well.
Yes, yes.
You know, that has such serious consequences.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Should we put a review on?
Yeah.
Let's do 4 weeks, because you'll have seen
Yeah.
the psychiatrist by then, and
Yes.
it'd be nice to know how the chronic fatigue referral is going through.
Yes, sure.
Okay? All right.
Thanks so much.
Between 4:30 and 5:30?
Yeah, I'll be in.
Is that okay? Home number that ends 308?
308.
Yeah, that's fine.
308, I like that. More technical, isn't it? Were you an astronaut or something?
No.
Hello. Very efficient. Well, you trained him well, didn't you?
Come on in, come and take a seat. So I think, Ilaria, your English seemed fine last time, didn't it? Do you feel that we need to get an Italian interpreter? It's okay, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I want to try. I need to learn English.
Yeah, so all your blood tests are looking fine. And has this lump that you felt here...
I have a small, but not like last time when I came here.
I'll have another feel now, if that's okay. Is it all right if you just pop your jacket off there? So I'm just going to have a...
No, it's fine.
I mean, I felt all of this last time, and that whatever it was, I can't feel anything now.
Yeah.
Everything feels totally normal. Yeah, okay. Was there anything else you wanted to ask me today?
I have anxiety. I feel like panic. I'm too emotional. I feel depressed. I don't sleep well. But I don't want to take any tablets.
And when did you come here from Italy?
I came in 2015.
Okay. Are you settled in a job here, or are you looking for a job?
I was working, but I look for a new job now. Tomorrow I get the appointment in job center.
Oh, good. Okay, so you're looking at the job side of things.
Yeah.
And how many flatmates or housemates do you live with?
5.
5.
Yes.
Okay. And do you have a partner in your life at all, or not?
No, I was in a relationship. I had a bad relationship. I don't trust, to be honest, I don't trust in love.
Okay. So you're carefree and single at the moment?
Yeah.
And no sort of, with you when you were younger or now, no risk of kind of self-harming?
No.
No, it's more anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're right that we don't need tablets to help with that kind of thing unless it's something that's so persistent and you can't get out of bed and that you're not functioning.
I think too much. I always...
Yeah. But what might help is perhaps looking into ways of managing the anxiety better or improving the anxiety symptoms, okay?
Okay.
So there's a service here called Bristol Wellbeing Therapies. I'll just give you a leaflet about it. They can talk to you about anxiety, how to manage the symptoms better. Because we all have some traits, don't we? Some of us worry more, others are different. So if you know that and it can help you a little bit, it might be helpful. And how do you feel about that?
Good.
Yeah? And then you're working positively to that. You're going to the job centre tomorrow.
Yeah.
Your blood tests are fine, not worried about your physical health, okay. And And
I like always check up about my, like a little bit hypochondriac.
Okay, about the health
because
side of
when
things.
my mama, she had cancer,
Yeah.
when my granddad daddy had cancer,
Yeah.
I feel more apprehensive.
Yes, worried
So I want to check everything, it's all right.
So I think physically not to worry. If there's any symptoms, you can come back and talk to me or
Yeah.
talk to us. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's all
Lovely
right.
to speak with you. I like.
No problem. Pleasure. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much.
That's all right. Nice to see you. Take
Nice.
care. Good luck with all the job things tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
I still haven't had that chest X-ray.
Right, okay. Hi. Are you partner? Yes, yes.
Not partner.
Right. Just a friend.
Just a nosy friend.
Right, are you okay? Are you happy for her to be in here?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she just wants to tell you about the pain I had last night. I think it was angina attack, and that's what the GT spray's for, isn't it? So I sweated, right, okay? And it was like a ball in my chest, right, okay?
Mm.
And I took the GT spray.
Yeah.
2 lots and it went.
So, so you've had a heart attack about 2 years ago now, isn't it? So generally, do you get angina pains?
I do get pain,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when do you tend to get those pains?
Anytime I could be.
So how often are you getting them?
You're getting them a lot, aren't you?
How much is a lot?
You had them.
Yeah, but I don't know whether it's chest infection, because I got a cough at the
Okay.
moment, and I'm bringing up green
Okay,
phlegm.
we'll assess that in a second.
Yeah.
So you're getting pains though?
Yeah,
So
they're-
how often are you getting these pains?
Every-
And what are the pains like?
I don't know, it's like a tightness in the chest.
Yeah.
And then I sweat.
Yeah.
And then I take the angina spray and
Yeah.
it goes. You know what I mean?
Okay, so it sounds like angina then, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
If it goes with the spray, I think that's the most
that's right. That's what the
likely.
surgeons
Yeah.
told me at the hospital.
Yeah.
That,
Have you been getting them most days since the heart attack?
yeah, not every day, on and off. I get good
Okay.
days, I get bad days.
Yeah. In terms of your angina, I'm a bit concerned about that. Almost daily pains is very frequent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hello there. That's a good T-shirt.
Thank you. Primark is the way forward, or Primark, however you say it.
Like your T-shirt. It's
Oh,
nice
thank
and
you.
bright, but
It is
sort of
bright.
dark at the same time,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, a bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
That looks like a good thick jacket.
Arm inside out.
Nice shirt. I like that. I haven't seen you before, have I?
No.
You remembered somebody as smartly dressed as you?
I realised when I left the house that I was wearing all blue, and I was a bit worried that it looks like a vote Conservative.
Now, in terms of your chest,
Yeah.
you said you're coughing up green muck.
Yeah.
How long has that been for?
Last few days, well, because I stopped smoking again. I've been about 20 days now. I haven't had a cigarette for. You know what I mean? So.
Right, let's see what your blood pressure is.
Right.
Okay. No, well, so don't. Don't talk. Okay, it's too high. All right. Let me have a little listen to your chest. Can I pull this up at the back?
Yeah.
Okay. Deep breaths. Okay, a bit wheezy, not too bad. Okay, let's get a chest X-ray. I'll request it again, but go up this time.
I've got tomorrow.
You're going to nag him. Excellent. Okay, now we need to add in something for your blood pressure.
Oh, is it all right?
So you're on amlodipine,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to add in ramipril. So, go for a chest X-ray tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start this new tablet, 1 a day for a week, then 2 a day, okay?
Cool, yeah.
Book an appointment with the nurses for a COPD review as well.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, yeah, cool.
And then we'll try and start to sort everything out.
Remember when, before I never had a movement in my foot, so I bought one of those circulation boosters, right, okay? And
No idea what that is.
No?
So in which
It's a thing
case
you
I
sit
don't...
on, and
Yeah.
I can move my foot, and I moved it for 2 years.
Brilliant.
Oh, yeah, I bet you're excited about it. Yeah, time to go, sharp exit, quick camera.
Right, so book an appointment for 2 weeks, yeah?
Cool, all right, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hello, can I help?
Yes, please. I think I've got an appointment for the treatment room.
And the name?
Guy.
No, you've got an appointment on Friday at 9 o'clock. You're diabetic with you on Friday, my lovely, yeah. All right.
It's all right. Well, I'd written it on the calendar as Monday.
Right.
Had a text
No,
reminder.
usually text the day before, so hopefully you'll get the text Thursday. Yes, Friday at 9.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. We'll see you then. Take care, bye-bye.
Gaynor Pocock, please. All right?
Yeah. Not really.
Well, you wouldn't be here. It's one of those stupid questions, isn't it? Those doctors. I've probably been saying it for the last 20 years.
No, fine, thanks.
OK, I'm Dr. Bolam.
Yep.
What can we do for you?
Well, going back last year, I had a growth on my leg. And I feel, or I think, I got another one coming.
So last year, did you have it removed?
Yeah, I did.
And what was it?
Some sort of carcinoma, was it? Something
It
like
was
that?
a cancer, was it?
I think so, yeah.
OK, shall I have a little look?
Yes.
Seeing as do you think it's the same thing, do you?
Well, I can remember this is how it started.
A squamous cell cancer. OK, let's have a look. So the previous one was here.
It's near enough sort of opposite, really.
Right, they did quite a wide excision, didn't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Yeah, OK. So tell me about this then. How long's that been going on?
This one's about a month.
What's it doing? Is it bleeding or anything?
No, not bleeding, but I just know it's there.
You know it's there.
And it's raised more in the last, that's why I've come.
OK, it
started to raise. That's how the other one started.
OK, so it's pretty much the same as the other one, is it?
Yeah.
OK, all right. Yeah, and do you protect yourself from the sun?
Yeah.
OK, all right, I'll refer you back. Was it similar size, the one that was removed?
That's how it started, but by the time I got there, it was like about this, about this big.
OK.
And they didn't ask me for a follow-up or anything, they told me. They just said, if you get anything, just go straight back and get straight back up here.
I'll do the urgent referral, all right, because we like to get rid of those. If it's the same thing, we do like to get rid of those quickly, OK? Yeah. So that means you will get an appointment in the next 14 days. And you understand that, obviously, we have to say this because I have to tick a box. You understand that it's a potential squamous cell cancer again. You understand that?
Yeah.
OK, all right, so this just tells you about the urgent referral scheme, tells you what to do if you don't hear from anybody in a few days' time. All right?
Yeah.
Give that number a ring. OK?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
OK?
That's lovely.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just glad I come and got it rolling.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. OK.
Yeah, thanks
All
very
right
much then.
Okay.
Thank you.
No worries. Bye-bye.
I am concerned about her sleeping because she snores like nobody's business.
I can't sleep because every time I fall asleep I get pins and needles in my eyes.
In 1 week I sleep for 26 hours, which is 2 or more hours in a whole day.
That's enough sleep for you?
No, not really.
My eyes have gone a bit funny today, but I think it's just pure tiredness.
Is it upsetting your sleep? It's disturbing your sleep?
It's too painful to sleep. I'm walking around the room nearly all night.
I sleep and all the air stop. I wake up, I see, and no air. I mean, and my heart is going. Boom, 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 boom.
Hi there, do come in and see. I'm Dr. Cordell. And it's your first time here, I think?
Yes, it is, yeah, it
Have
is.
you just moved or moved practice?
I haven't moved practice, no. I've been quite bad with keeping on top of being assigned to a doctor's.
How long have you been in Bristol?
2 years.
2 years, OK. Yeah. What do you do?
I was an engineer and now I'm doing a PhD.
OK. Was it in an engineering topic?
In neuroscience, actually,
Okay.
so I've kind of changed.
Fantastic. What do we need to discuss today?
So it's been a long-term issue, but especially recently I've been suffering from insomnia. Generally, getting to sleep isn't the problem, it's just I wake up very early and then can't go back to sleep. It's not like Fight Club levels of like not sleeping at all. It's normally just long-term I don't think I've got more than 6 hours sleep in probably more than a month, I'd say. So it's just like a slow build-up of getting more and more tired. It's sort of getting to the point where if I could have some sort of sleeping pill and I could take it occasionally when it's getting bad.
What time do you stop looking at screens?
It's generally quite late, it'll probably be until about 10 minutes before I go to bed. I will be probably.
Okay. Coffee, tea?
Yeah, I don't drink caffeine at all.
Could you just ask about alcohol? What would you drink in a typical week?
Yeah, really not very much at all.
No. We also want to make sure that people aren't depressed, because that's a common cause of poor sleep. I mean, how would you assess your mood on a general basis?
I'd say I'm generally a very positive person. I think it's difficult to see which is causing what.
Yeah, sure.
But definitely my mood hasn't been as good recently.
So are there things you enjoy in life at the moment? Getting pleasure from your studies, from your work?
Yeah. Honestly, I just think too much. If I wake up and then I'll just start thinking about something. And recently, because of this trouble to sleep, I start thinking about the fact that I'm not going to be able to sleep. And then,
yes. And then it goes round, yes. So, I mean, your request was, could you have something just to take now and again if it's desperate? We could do that. It's not something we like doing, because our experience of taking medication is that one pill tends to lead to another. It's sometimes worth trying one of the sedating antidepressant tablets. Now, I don't think you're depressed, but the sedative antidepressant tablets are not addictive in the way that something like Zopiclone or Diazepam is addictive. So I think that would be my preference to do that if we're going to prescribe anything.
Cool, thanks very much.
OK, cheers. All the best with the studies.
Thanks very much.